Hey guys, and welcome back. It's late. It's almost the witching hour. So we are awake. Where are my witches at? Where are my race of light at? Let's see who comes on. Be sure to comment. Hey Crystal, Cat Crystals and Ghost. Hey A Hamilton. Hey guys. Hi everybody. I hope you're doing well. Hi Island Babe. I know it's late for some of y'all. It's like midnight if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, it's 9:12. And if you're in Texas and Central, it's definitely like 11 o'clock. So I'm up. I don't have to work tomorrow, so it's my day off. So I'm awake, like Katy Perry says, I'm wide awake. Yeah, got my witchy ring, my rainbow moonstone. You can't really see it; it doesn't do justice, but it's giving. I got my Buddha here. I got this statue today. You know, gotta have our Buddha. So I'm kind of changing it up a little bit. Hey guys, thank you. A little austera. So I have that. But yeah, it's been an intense couple of days since April started. I know a lot of y'all are feeling it, but luckily Mercury retrograde is almost over. It's almost over. So just hang in there. Nikki Boom, hey girl. She says, "Oh my God, you popped in my head randomly and I catch you." I'm like, "Yes." I don't do these readings usually very, very live, like late. But I was like, I'm feeling it, so that's all that matters. Yeah, it's kind of messy. I need to kind of clean it up, but um, I will show you. Just turn it a little bit so you can see. Kind of like I have the rose vines there, but yeah, that's my little setup. Yep, I have a stand. I would show you my face and stuff, but I want to have so that you can see the cards and whatnot. So have it that way. I've been good. I've been really good. I've been going through this energy that's been very intense. Had a mini vacation with my sister friend, Star Twin, Misty from Indigo Moons in Houston. We went to Galveston Island, and there was if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my video where I posted. I was trying to cross over a lot of souls, and that night was the night of the solar eclipse, or the eclipse that we had, the lunar eclipse. And it was also, I think, the full moon. It was in Aries. I can't remember which sign, but it was a total moment. Look at the candle flame. Can you see it? How strong and tall it is? Let me. Can you see it now? Kind of turn off the lights a little bit, I think, because you can see my setup a little bit better. See if you see my ring color, the moonstone. See, has that flash? Yeah, that's my little witchy ring. But yeah, I have my little Archangel Michael too. I need to get a bigger one for him. There's a statue that I saw. But yeah, I had a little relaxing day. Thank you. This ring is old. I have two of them and I bought them years ago. I can't remember the name of it, but the flash on it, it just does not do justice. Like, let me see if I got a little flashlight. So I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? Let me see. Can you see that blue? Yeah. I'm not trying to show off, but I'm just showing you my that ring, that moonstone. There's a reason I got that ring years ago, and I've lost so much weight that it used to fit in my middle finger, but now it's like, and it's a size 12, so I've gone down to like a size 11. So as you lose weight, your fingers lose weight, and you get skinny. So I have to put it on my my second finger, my middle finger. Well, not middle finger, my second finger, index finger, because that's the only one that it will hold. But I love moonstones. Hey, Viviana. Hey, girl. Hey, hi, everybody. Welcome. I'll do some readings in a minute. Thank you, Tom, TOMP, the Open Mind Podcast, for your donation. That's my buddy Rudy. Thank you, thank you. A lot of you guys have been on my mind. I've been missing you guys and wanted to come on here to talk behind the camera, so I set this up because I love being in front of the camera. I don't mind that, but a lot of negative energy is sometimes thrown at me. So I honestly wanted to create an environment kind of like how a lot of the other readers do it. I like their setups. So but I wanted it to be Ray style. So this is mine. This is actually a selenite bulb, like a little moon, selenite moon. And I don't know if you can see, but this candle that I'm burning is a little votive candle. It has sage in it, in the mixture. And it says thankful, because we're very thankful for all of our blessings. Demi Arapoth Johnson says, I got a Moldavite ring and watched your Moldavite episode just literally last night. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. And it's funny because today I had Moldavite. I also got these necklaces when I went to Galveston. Uh, they're so pretty. Well, this one was out of Goliad, Texas, at the Soul Emporium, but this one was from Mysticats. Shout out to her. It's almost like a hematite, but these are my necklaces that I've been wearing. I'm a bling girl, so I like bling. Thank you, Eva81. So yeah, so I have to have my little bling moments here and there. But I hope everybody's been good. A lot of things are coming up this month. If you didn't catch my video, I just did an April horoscopes. I posted that yesterday, but for some reason I feel like the algorithms and they're not like posting that. Like a lot of my viewers and my rays of light are not getting notified for my videos. So a lot of people are like, Ray, I haven't seen you post videos in a long time, but I'm posting and I do it, but just yeah. So, but Moldavite is very much like people call it a crystal. It's not a crystal. It's technically a tektite. If we want to be technical, it's like a glass-like formation. It originated in the Czech Republic when a meteorite hit the Earth. It is believed to be part of the Emerald Tablets. It's believed to be extraterrestrial. And so when the meteorite combined with the Earth, it formed this crystal kind of it is like, how do I describe it? Like a glass like formation. And a lot of people sell fake Moldavite, so you have to be careful. Moldavite in small, they weigh it by grams. Moldavite is actually very expensive. So if you're getting it from Amazon or any other source like China for like $10, $13, it's probably not real Moldavite. Moldavite is freaking expensive per gram. So, like I have a piece of Moldavite and I paid almost $200 for it. So it's very, very hard to find authentic Moldavite, yes. And I know it's real because you will feel a flush, kind of a flush sensation come over you, but everybody's different and you can feel different things and it can feel very intense. You can pair it with a Herkimer diamond, you can pair it with a citrine, whatever you pair it with, whatever other crystal you pair it with, it's going to amplify those crystals' properties, healing properties, spiritual properties. So a lot of people are not aware of that. I'm a big nerd when it comes to crystals. I'm very familiar with many of them and their purposes, but I tend to work with my rainbow moonstone, jade, hematite, and tiger's eye. I've been working with that and black tourmaline. So I kind of work with different pieces depending on the mood, and where I'm at. But a lot of people will tell you when you work with Moldavite, you may not be able to work with it for long periods of time. At first, you're going to have to adjust to it. You might have to take it off and set it aside because Moldavite has a very strong energetic vibration, and it can cause it can cause you to feel like flush. It can cause you to have palpitations. It can cause you to feel have nightmares, dream like very lucid dreamings. Um, so it's very intense. But I recommend working it with it slow. And a lot of spiritual shops try to deter people from buying it. But I'm a firm believer that the thing with a Moldavite is that it will clear your path and clear people from your path that don't belong there. So it helps you with transformation and your journey. Yeah. So I've been great. Doing really good. I had my cup of coffee, which is probably why I'm still lit and awake. But no, it's Friday night, gonna be Saturday soon, Saturday morning. and I'm feeling good. Hey, Edgar, nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. Not nice to meet you. He's one of my clients. It's nice to see you on here. Hello, Melvina. Hello, everybody. All right, so I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to be using this deck here. It's one of my favorites. I haven't used it in a while. I use the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. Usually I use that like a lot, but I'm going to set that aside for tonight. I might use it a little later, but I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot Oracle or the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. I really, really like this deck. I feel like when I first started many years ago, it was one of the decks that I gravitated towards. And I love Oracle decks, but I use tarot mainly for readings, but I also love to use this. So I'm going to pull one for the Open Mind podcast and see what comes out with messages. And for everybody else, I'm going to be pulling cards. So get your grandma, get your auntie, get your sister, your brother, everybody on here. But also make sure that you're relaxed. And remember, these are just mini messages, like mini readings. And so if you want to book a private reading, my sale this year, this month of April, all of my readings are 30% off. And this weekend, there's a buy one get one free. If you buy any emergency reading, you get one free. So that's my special going on right now. So all right, so let's get started. Enough of me over here bantering. So with the Open Mind podcast, I got for you the throat chakra. So I feel like this is saying like this is a time to speak your mind. There might be a blockage in that area for you, which is your throat chakra, and they want you to like speak your mind. Again, you can see it right here. Do you like the lights off, like the way I have it, or do you like the bright light on? I feel like it's more appropriate, like since it's so you can see my cat, Toby. That's Toby. And you can see my setup a little bit better, but y'all just tell me. So let's see. And also for you, for the Open Mind podcast, I got financial and material changes. So I feel like May is coming up, and I feel like right around May, you're going to start seeing some financial blessings coming in and things changing in your financial job front in that area. So I hope that that helps you. Okay. All right. So Eva 81, let's pull some cards for you. Okay, we got here the triumph. So whatever challenges you might be feeling, I feel like you're going to be triumphant and you're going to be successful. They need you to stand in your power. Don't relinquish that. And also remember the time, the waiting game. When we get patient, when we're waiting for someone to come into our life or for things to turn around, it's sometimes a test from the universe to see how patient we are. Because remember, the best things are worth waiting for. So just remember that there's always a reason why things may take a little bit longer, but it doesn't mean that it's not coming to you. Okay, so let's see. If you want a reading, comment me or like so I'll know. Um, Toby is so cute, isn't he? I love it. That's my little familiar, even though I don't have a real one. I know he's not a real cat, but for me, I feel like it's my little spirit totem. Like when I see him, when I fell in love with this little kitty when I saw it, I was like, this is my cat. If I had a cat, it would look like Toby. So I'm a big believer that, guardians and spirits sometimes infiltrate like statues as vessels. And so I feel like I have a guardian protector with Toby. I feel his energy is very strong. It's very weird. I can't describe it, but you probably can see it through the camera. Uh, it, he's not just a statue, if that makes sense. Okay. And no, I haven't lost my damn mind. Okay, I posted a question. Is that okay? Maria Garcia, yes, it is. Please. So, Ray, I lost contact with my parents and siblings due to personal family issues. I've heard rumors that either my mother or sister may have had a baby or trying to get pregnant. Any truth to this? Okay, so I see here, let's see, suffering in silence. So there's a lot of pain here in the family, a lot of issues, like you mentioned, and I just feel like you've had to like bite your tongue on certain things. But I do feel like there's this like you're being like isolated from them, or like you choose to be apart from them for a reason, and not to go into too much detail. But as far as like answering, is there truth to that? I am getting I'm feeling no. I'm really feeling like no. And again, that might, I might be wrong. I don't know for sure. I'm not God. I don't have all the answers, but I feel like they're just rumors. Okay. So I wouldn't give any energy into that. I would, surround your mother and sister with white light and keep loving them, because at the end of the day, they still are your family. And I know that how that is, how that feels. I've never had a close connection to anyone in my family. I feel like the black sheep. And I've always was like disowned from my family on both sides, my mom and dad's side. So it's, I have cousins and stuff, but they don't have anything to do with me, which is sad because I'm fabulous and that's all that matters, what I feel about myself, not to sound cocky or like pretentious, but I'm an amazing person and I deserve to have love. But I've created my own family through soul connections and people that I know, that are and you guys, my rays of light. You're my family. So, Ashley Williams, you asked for a reading, and I see the light here. So they're reminding you to stand in your power. I feel like you're getting a lot of universal downloads. You're going to you're kind of being shown like how strong you are, and I feel like you're going through some change. But there is a temptation. There's something toxic. Would be like in tarot. This would be like the devil card. So there is something that they're wanting, or someone they're wanting you to be careful with, that energy. And I feel like if you're not sure who that is or what that is, and I do feel like this person is negative, there's a lot of fear that's holding them back. You will kind of like, it will make sense to you later on. Okay, and that's for Ashley Williams. Oops. Okay, so, oh, thank you, Maria. Yes. Oh, thank you, Demi. So sweet. Okay. Nikki Boom says, I'd like to have a message in my love life, if that's okay. Always been non existent. Probably because and I've said this before in other lives, a lot of the people that are finding relationships very easily and might be married or like in relationships are bonded without even knowing. Yes, they might be soulmates, yes, but they have connected with trauma bonds. A lot of people that have done the spiritual healing, like myself and you, Nikki, and a lot of other people that are still single, we might be single because a lot of times people choose trauma bonds instead of someone who they can't understand that has done the healing. You're not going to be compatible with that energy. So people seek trauma bonds because it's easier to be with them. And so there's nothing wrong with you, but let's see what comes up. I have power. So they're telling you like step into your power, realize like who you are and that you are enough. And I really feel like you've done the shadow work. But there is a male who I feel like is going to come into your life who also is doing the shadow work. And this is someone that is going to be your person. But for now, I feel like they're protecting your path because anybody else that would come into your path right now would really just create chaos and like there would be like an emotional loss here for you. So again, this is a, a redirection and protection is what I feel for you. And that was for Nikki Boom. Oh, thank you, Viviana. You're so sweet. Yeah, I've made peace with not having my biological family in my life. Like it's fine. Okay, cats, crystals, and ghosts. Let's pull a card for you. Hey, Sheena. Okay, so for cats, crystals, and ghosts, I got victory and success. So whatever you're working towards, if it's work or another goal that you have for yourself, it's going to be okay. And then I have rest and rejuvenate. So they want you really take care of your energy. Make sure that you're listening to your body, your health, etc. Okay? So make sure you do that. Um, Ashley Williams, happy birthday. Let's pull a card for you. We have here stand your ground. So where you've been feeling challenged, stand your ground. Don't let people try to overstep you. You're not wrong. And usually when you're about to level up, you're going to feel like you're having to stand your ground with people. Um, and then we have here recognition and reward. So you are going to be entering a very prosperous period, full of blessings, where you're starting to feel seen and feel heard and feel appreciated by people around you. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hi, Rosetta Delegati. Hi, Ray. I would love to hear from my parents. I need to hear from them. Okay. I feel like there's definitely a male energy around you. I'm not sure this is would be your dad, but I felt like there was a lot of regrets and some things that he might have done that he's not proud of that they see on the other side. And they know the heartache and loss that this has been for you, how this affected you. So there's three people. Notice this card had the number three. For me, there's three people on the other side that are around you. So this could be your parents, but I really feel that strong male energy, and I feel like you need to know that your dad loves you, and definitely this is dad like authority. Like I feel like he was very hard at times, like to be understood, or like maybe his emotions were a little void of like showing how much he loved you, but just know he's okay. And I do feel like they want you to be happy, and know that love begins the moment that you realize that they're still with you. They have never left you. I kind of hear like music, like also like piano playing, um it's just weird. I feel like there's something with music and um like the 70s, like reference to the 70s, 80s as well. So just hold on to that. But they're letting me know like your obstacles and your challenges, you're more than prepared for that. Like you may not see it, like what's coming, but they want you to be strong. Okay. That's for Rosetta Delegati. Again, I offer mediumship readings if you want to book one. I offer past life readings. We can definitely do one on one. I do my readings through phone. I do them through video, through Zoom. So it's like face to face, or I do them through email. All right. So, thank you, Nikki Boom. I'm glad that that resonated. And let's see here. Hey, I thank you so much. Is Marty telling me the truth about not cheating? Let's see. The universe. So, yes, he is. Okay. Thank you, Demi Arapoff Johnson. I appreciate you. All right. Keisha Jackson. Hello. I sent a message to my ex boyfriend. Uh, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Chake, I think, on the 21st to reconnect and rekindle. Not sure if he read it, if he did read it or will read it. I feel like he read it, but I just feel like he's not ready yet. Give it some time, okay? But it made him get thinking. Ashley Williams says, thanks, Ray. I know exactly what you're talking about. Awesome. All right. So, Debbie Hannah, thank you so much for your donation. Will my best friend and I reconcile our friendship of 20 years? She isn't talking to me. Wow, that's a long time for a lot of history for someone just to like change up on you. But I can tell you, I understand that more than so. I feel like you might hear from her, but it's not going to be anytime soon. I think that she needs time to reflect, and it has more to do with her relationship. I think that she might be married or with someone, or like she has like someone that she's interested in that there's having problems, but I do see positive movement forward. So this is telling me that friendship is not over yet. Okay, so don't discount that. All right. Fun boy, will the mistreatment at work end or get better? Okay, let's see for you. Um, I'm gonna switch to my everyday witch for you. They just told me, and when I say they, I mean my spirit guides. And I have two, a male and a female, that are from the 1800s. That are my spirit guides. As an older female and a younger male. All right, here we go. Rosetta, you're so welcome. Guys, also for those of you that go to my website, I'm not trying to like be heavy on promoting this, but I want to just reiterate something. A lot of people they go to my website and I mainly accept PayPal. But a lot of people don't have PayPal or they fret. On my readings page, I also accept Venmo, I accept Cash App, I accept Zelle. So if you are interested in a reading and you don't want to pay through PayPal or you don't have PayPal, That's not the only method of payment. And I have my barcodes, like the scan codes on my website. You just have to scroll down the reading section to see it. And once you scroll past the readings that are available, you will see those methods to pay. All you have to do is email me once you send the payment method, so I'll know that you have a reading. And I know there's a couple of you that have readings with me that I'm going to get to this weekend. So, fun boy, I feel like the Six of Wands. It's almost like I feel like there's favoritism there at work, and some people are picked on, some are not. With you particularly, I don't know if this is a male energy that's picking on you, but I feel like a very dominant type of energy. Um, and I feel like it is going to end, but it's not going to be immediate. You might need to do like cutting cords, and also a binding type of ritual, or like a candle to bind someone, from them mistreating you. And if you're interested in that, just like email me and I can give you the deets on how to do that yourself. Um, if you like. A lot of people are scared to do magic, but I'm not. Okay. Thank you for your donation. Hope that helps. Okay. Hi, Edgar. Thank you so much for your donation. Tomorrow we'll see Margarita again, another date. How is she feeling about me? And will it continue to be something in the future? So I feel like she's kind of like with the Two of Swords, kind of like not, she's very indecisive about it, but I do feel like you're definitely stepping up and trying to be daddy for her, like, and I don't mean that in a dirty way when people hear the word daddy, but I do feel like there's positive outcome quite potentially here with the Wheel of Fortune. So I would say, as long as you're feeling it still, go forth with it. All right. All right. Demi Arapov said, I heard I have a psychic block for my protection. Do you have any insight? Thank you. Well, I think that you're very intuitive. I think that you definitely have some spiritual abilities. I think that you might have, we all have a certain level of protection. I don't feel a block, but I do feel like you're divinely protected and guided. I feel like things are going to pop off for you with the Ace of Pentacles with your finances and your work this year. And I feel like there are definitely some celebrations and good news coming in for you. And I feel like you're going to be moving to calmer waters, possibly a move down the road. But I definitely feel like you are divinely protected for sure. But I don't feel like, if you mean like a psychic block, like your gifts are blocked, I don't feel that. I feel like you're very open and you can still feel and sense energies. Remember, our psychic gifts are not going to always come in the form of like reading tarot or using a pendulum or, seeing visions. Sometimes it's going to come in the form of a thought, a feeling. And this is what I teach. I also teach classes. If any of you guys are interested in ever like signing up, I have a level 1 course, a level 2 course. Level 1 is to help you develop your psychic abilities. Level 2 is to help you develop your mediumship abilities. And then I offer a tarot course to learn tarot. All right, Viviana, can I get a mini message, please? Yes, you can. Oh, let me say thank you for your donation. All right, Viviana. Again, I feel like this. You're the giver, the Queen of Cups. So remember to continue to keep your heart open, but also make sure that it's being reciprocated. I feel a male energy coming in. So again, if you're not in a relationship or haven't met someone, it's going to happen. But I see financial things like improving through your work. The seeds that you're planting now are going to grow. So I feel really good about it. So thank you for that. Melvina Major, thank you so much, my dear. Um, okay, so I have here the world. So I kind of feel like you're going through a shift and you're starting a new cycle. You might be questioning everything around you. The meaning, like what does the future hold for you? Where do you foresee yourself going? You might be questioning everything, especially during this retrograde. But I definitely feel like this is a time, a period of success and victory with the Six of Wands. So you're going to, anything that you put your mind to it, you're going to achieve it. And you're in your creative zone, okay? All right. Thank you so much. Edgar, you're welcome. Fun boy, awesome. Bella, you're fine. All right, let me see if Bella, if I pull a card for you. So you got to be patient with the Temperance card. They're telling you to be patient. You're in a period of manifesting change for you, and I feel like you're breaking free from someone or something. And I feel like you're gonna have that Knight of Cups moment where someone comes into your life and kind of like surprises you or contributes to your life in a good way that you're not used to. But you've been through a lot of baggage, a lot of like upsets. This is familial stuff, like things from the past. Shateria, hello. Will I graduate in May this year? Yes, there's hope that you will. Okay, you got this. So don't put it out there that you won't. All right, Erica, thank you so much. Erica Kramer. Hi, Ray. Can you see if Charlie will contact me or if we'll see each other again? You will. You'll see each other. The happiness is the sun card. So, yes, it's a positive, resounding yes. Crystal Lewis, thank you so much. Anything come up for me positive at my job? Let's see, Crystal. Well, I definitely see the Ace of Wands. So, there's some new beginnings. I feel like the job that you're in is temporary. There's going to be definitely some new energy coming in. But I see a lot of haters in your circle, a lot of people gossiping. Stay away from that energy. All right. Island Babe, thank you so much for your donation. It's Isla. Does Spirit have any messages for me? I've been stressed lately, ready for change, but don't know what it is. Let's see what comes up for you. Yeah, the Empress card comes in. So you're about to give birth to a new you. I feel like you're going through some changes. They're preparing you. I also feel like you're going to have some, very divine masculine energy that you're stepping into as well. I feel like there's travel for you down the road, but there's definitely some changes coming. In the meantime, they want you to kind of like nurture yourself, nurture that inner child, have fun as much as you can, because that's going to help you like feel more centered. But I definitely feel like there's some strong energy coming in, some strong changes for you. All right. Hi, Rusty Mae Anderson. Hey, guys. Erica, you're welcome. Viviana, you're welcome. Have a beautiful weekend. Bella, you're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Ushatira, yes, you have an opportunity coming in. Rusty Mae Anderson, thank you so much, guys. Ooh, so far I made $62 on this live. I probably will only get 20 of it because YouTube takes and they take. Trust me, they take. Rusty Mae, let's see. I have here for you. I have the Two of Cups. So there's something about like a relationship and like focusing on that friendship and that energy and like letting it evolve. This could be a good friend that you met, and also what you do in your spare time, whether it's at your house if you're not working. I feel like they want you to know like you're going to be very dedicated to that, but stay away from any negative energy. Glitz Glamour, love you too. Hey. Sally Fields, can you explain to me why it's been extremely difficult? A simple girl, you're a star seed, and that's without even saying it. Star seeds like myself, I'm a Pleiadian. Some people are Lemurian, Arcturian. We are souls that are very old and ancient. We're not the age that we are now, right? So we've reincarnated in different bodies, different lifetimes, but we bring sometimes a lot of karmic lessons. But for star seeds, the vibration here on Earth, this is not our true home. It's not, and like I've said before, and I said it earlier in this live, a lot of people are trauma bonded. The relationships you see that they look happy, and yes, they might be happy, but they're both happy because they're trauma bonded, meaning that they came together because they both had damage, and that was the attraction in that moment. And yes, they might be happy and doing vacations and living a good life, but sometimes a lot of those relationships, there's a loss of love and passion. Like people fall out of love, and that's why they go seeking other relationships and other people, what we call creeping, cheating, whatever, outside of their marriage or outside of that union because they are not happy with what they have. It's a trauma bond. And so sometimes it's very difficult for someone that comes into your life that's a fuck boy or a fuck girl or someone that's like in their trauma to see your worth and your value. They gravitate to people that are on their vibration, you know? And so until you get like I've come across fuck boys all the time. And what I say is like for myself, I'm 42 and I'm single. And I'm like, I know I'm not ugly and I know that I'm worthy of a partner, but why, and sometimes I've had moments where I've kind of internalized that and I blame myself. Am I too fat? Am I too this? Am I too feminine? And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. It's the people. I believe there's someone out there for everybody, but sometimes it takes time. You have to go through a couple of frogs. You have to go through your own inner healing journey, and sometimes it's a protection for you because, like for myself, I'm trying to build my career up. I'm trying to get into TV with this. So it's it's difficult sometimes to have a relationship when you're an entrepreneur, when you're self-employed, when you're thriving. So don't look at it as a bad way, but I definitely feel like they have you in your career focusing on that more now. That's the energy I feel like for you. And I feel like, look, the lover's card. So if that ain't, and I did not pull this on purpose for you, that was Sally Field. So love is coming for you, but you have to be patient. And it's going to happen in divine timing, but also don't expect the milkman or the pizza delivery guy or the UPS guy to be your person if you're not putting yourself out there. A lot of people are like, I don't want to put myself on dating, I don't want to put myself on Facebook dating or on these apps because they're all the same. But that's you kind of judging the apps and judging everybody as yourself, like that everybody's the same. And you are setting what's the word I'm looking for? You're setting that improper expectation. You're judging everybody and labeling everybody the same out there on those dating apps, and not everybody is the same. You have, and that's what I hear over and over with people, and I try to tell them not everybody on these apps is the same. Not everybody's looking just for a hookup, but if you label that like everybody like that, and you get off the apps, and how are you going to find somebody? I mean, you could go out and do the old fashioned way, but I feel like with you, there's a lot of energetic blocks and healing that you're still going through. A lot of this stems from your own childhood with your mother and father. Okay. So I hope that helps. Oh, thank you, Demi. See, there's a lot of people that are saying like they can't find a man. Trust me, or they can't find a person. Yeah. Starseed is as a unique soul. We came to Earth to change the consciousness, to elevate humanity. We have a purpose here to help the world become a better place. A lot of these starseeds are nurses, are doctors, are healers, are Reiki. They're witches. They are, I'm a witch. They're the people that are in their spirituality and living their most authentic self. Are they perfect? No, we're not perfect, but we have difficulty being among other people who are scared and in a fear mentality. People fear what they don't understand. And so there's a lot of people that will come on this live, and they fear me. They fear what I do. They think it's of the devil, and it's not. But it's just like in throughout history and time, a lot of people that were starseeds, even in the biblical, you know, um, books and stuff, doctrine, they've been demonized, for being different. All right. Yvonne Gibson, thank you so much for your donation. Can you see a new lasting man relationship coming soon? And we move to a new state, please describe. All right, let's see. Martina K, I could make that happen. Because I am not sleepy. All right. So for Yvonne, I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is coming out. I feel like with your relationships that are coming in, they're very karmic, and I feel like you have to do a lot of work in the relationship. You are going to be the one that takes the initiative because I feel like you're more in your divine masculine energy. But look, it's funny. I got the Lover's card for you too. So I do feel like there is going to be a relationship coming in. This is a turning point for you, my dear, the Wheel of Fortune. So it's good. But you're going to have to be patient. I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen for you. All right. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, girl. Yep. Demi understands. They don't understand our uniqueness. It's hard being. I can't tell you. I need to do a whole segment on, or a podcast on being a starseed and what that was like for me growing up and what it's like for me still going through my shadow work. And people think like, oh, well, we go through healing and like, oh, you drink kombucha and you drink, you have your mala beads and you meditate and you do yoga and like you're already healed. No, no, honey, it doesn't work that way. Healing is forever. It's a continuous cycle. It never ends while we're in this trapped in this meat suit in this physical body. We're going to always go through healing and we're going to evolve and there's going to be different reiterations of ourselves. But it's painful. It's not all about rainbow and sunshine. Sometimes you have to step into the darkness. You have to, go through the pain. You have to go through the depression and you have to go through being strong. I tell myself I want a strong man that's going to take care of me and pay for my things and like not that I'm wanting him to rescue me, but I want somebody that is going to love me for me and is going to be okay holding my hand in public or giving me a kiss or taking me out somewhere. Ideally, the guys that I've talked to or I've been seeing or I've, et cetera in the past, they don't do that. They're still scared to come out as they're in the closet or they're not comfortable, showcasing me around or they want to keep you in a little box. And for me, it's like that's not who I am. And maybe my standards are too high. But if a person really loves you, they're going to make an effort. They're going to show up. They're going to do for you. I can switch very 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 much and be daddy for that person. I can, do for them. I can, provide for them if I wanted to. But do I want to at this point? No, I want somebody that's going to be my equal, my partner, and I can balance that out. It's give and take, it's 50-50. And it's like they do for me and I do for them. And that's my mentality on what I want. And so I think that you got to be very, very clear with the universe too when you're manifesting your soulmate, what you want. And that's what I've been very clear in setting those intentions before when I was a little fuck boy myself or like in that hoe phase. I didn't really care about, I was just like looking for the gratification and I wasn't looking for a connection. And that's the scary part with me because for a long time, I could have sex with someone and not be emotionally connect to that person. Like there's no strings attached, nothing. It was just sex, right? And that's something I think like very taboo that people don't want to talk about. But that's the scary place to be in because you're emotionally void. And remember, the people that you're having sex with, there is an emotional energy that's being exchanged and cords that are being tied to that person. But I stepped out of that and I realized like that's not fulfilling. It leaves you feeling empty inside at the end, and you have to be selective doing this kind of work that I do. You have to be very selective on who you give your energy and your time to because not everybody is worth your energy or worth you giving them energy. So, I'm very hopeful. I'm a romantic. I know that that person will come for me, but I'm not searching anymore. I'm not looking for it. If it happens, it happens. But I'm just open to possibilities. And I'm saying this about myself. I don't really share a lot of my own personal life here on camera, with you guys because I'm very private when it comes to my personal life. But I feel like there's no shame in your sexuality and expressing what your desires are. And I feel like a lot of you might be able to relate to a lot of the stuff that I'm saying. Um, and you might have gone through that yourself. So yeah, it's crazy. Martina, I know I'm serious too. It would have to be an emergency one if you were really wanting to, but I would be willing to do it. All right. So, but yeah, I speak the truth when what you see is what you get. I know you can't see me right now behind the camera, but I speak truth. And, I don't have all the answers. I'm not in my 60s yet, but I've lived almost half of my life. I'm 42, Through the 20s, I learned a lot and I sacrificed a lot of my own personal time to take care of my mom. And that wasn't easy being a caregiver. In my 30s, it was very hard and I kept, pushing myself like a machine with YouTube and the spiritual work, and it was very draining. I felt like I was a machine pumping out content every day, which is good. And I don't mind. I have no regrets in retrospect, but I also wasn't taking care of myself the way that I needed to, and so there's a lot of growing up and maturity that I've gone through, and I feel like I'm still going through that. It's a continual process. So you guys don't, wherever you're at, I guess what I'm trying to say, wherever you feel like you failed in life, or you feel like you're not at the level that where you're supposed to be, or you don't have the job that you're supposed to, or you don't have the kids that you wanted, you didn't fail. And it's not a punishment from the universe. It's all part of your life path and your destiny. And there's a reason for it. When I was growing up, I told my mom I didn't want kids. I knew I wasn't going to have any. And I was like 6 years old, and I told her that. And I'm 42 now, and I don't have kids. And there's a reason for it, because my soul knew. And a lot of for a lot of people, it's not your path. But don't see it as a punishment. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise, because maybe if you were going to have that child, there might have been complications. That child might have had a defect. There's something that the universe is always blocking or redirecting. A lot of us, we get into that. I wanted this job. It pays like 98,000, or 150,000 a year, and it has all these benefits. But how do you know you were going to necessarily be happy in that? Money does not bring you happiness. I can tell you that. I've been around millionaires. I've had millionaire friends. I helped someone find a millionaire as a husband. And I benefited from that. There was definitely perks of having, surrounding yourself. Even now, I have celebrity clients that are millionaires, and there's perks. But that's not the lifestyle that I want. Like, do I want to be a millionaire? Yes. But do I want the problems that come with it? No. And just because they're millionaires and they have the money, I can tell you from personal experience, they're not happy. There's so much dysfunction and so much um, issues that they face, because at the end of the day, why? They have a big bank account, but with that comes a lot of problems and a lot of temptations. Money sometimes can be the root of all evil, because it opens up doorways, and it gives you access to other things that you can do, but it then can cause problems for you if you kind of like understand what I'm saying. So I've been around money. I've experienced it. I've tasted it, and I've been around people. And money does change people, and not for the better. It's never for the better. From what my own experience, and I've seen, yeah. Lennon, thank you so much. So how will the rest of 2025 go for me? Well, I feel like this is a year of the snake, and you're shedding. So you're going to be shedding a lot of negative energy. People that are not your friends, people are going to walk away. Let them walk away. People that are dissolving, let them go. I also feel like this is a time of reflection. Reflect on your goals and stuff during this retrograde. But remember, stand in your power. You're very powerful, Lynn, and I feel like it's your spiritual abilities. You have some psychic abilities yourself. Yeah, Demi, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just I feel like, if I can help people and coach them and let them know, like, even, and I'm like that in my readings too, life is not easy. It really is not. But you got to be strong. So, yeah. But yeah, like I tell you, when you see these Hollywood celebrities and stuff, and you're like, oh my God, they're so pretty. Yeah, they can be pretty on the outside, and they can and they have all this money, and yet they can be the most miserable and unhappy person in their behind closed doors. And they can literally be in a relationship where the guy or the girl is, manipulating them, because sometimes you have a millionaire who has all this money, and you have someone who has been stripped of money, or their work, because this millionaire wanted to take care of them and gave them everything they wanted, to only have that control over them and manipulate them. And it becomes almost like a narcissistic, symbiotic relationship, where they start tearing down the person on their looks, and how they, you're not the person that I fell in love with. You've gained weight, you've done this. I literally saw someone that I loved and cared for a long time, be emotionally manipulated and abused in that way. Not physical abuse, but it was emotional and mental abuse. And that person, you know, was a is a beautiful soul, and I hope that they're doing well. I don't longer talk to them or around that energy because, I guess the universe blocked that. But yeah, money does not bring happiness per se. Yes, it can make you happy in the moment, but it's very rare that it's going to make you happy in the long term. Yep. All right, guys. So I'm going to get off. It's already midnight. It's the witching hour. And I'm going to just kind of unwind, maybe make myself some tea. But again, if you want to book a private reading, go to www.raymondguzman.net/readings. Book one, they're all 30% off. And this weekend, if you buy an emergency reading, you get one free. So it's a BOGO offer. All right, guys, I love you, and I will be back soon. All right, have a good night.